Now what will it be? Death or exile?
Hi guys, this is Lupe for the film Exiles with a review of the new Netflix comedy special 846 from Dave Chappelle. 846 is titled in posthumous memorial of George Floyd's murder at the hands of a white American police officer. It is roughly 30 minutes of raw, naked, prophesizing, philosophizing, raging, ranting commentary of a genius orator, Dave Chappelle. Dubiously, it's also the first post-COVID-19 concert in America. In watching this, especially at this time of such tension, anger, grief, confusion, I had to look outside of myself and ask the question, why do we come to this space, stand-up comedy, in time of dire circumstances? Many of us have been wanting to hear from figures like Jon Stewart, from Dave Chappelle, etc. It's because in these times of castrated public discourse, these times where a lot of the comments that we hear in public spaces are neutered, stand-up comedy is about the last erect bastion of unbridled truth. So we come in expecting that we are just going to hear the truth as it is. And that's exactly what 846 is. We have an angry Dave Chappelle, a passionate Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle has been talking about these issues for what seems like decades, and he's at his boiling point. In 846, he calls Laura Ingraham a cunt. He calls Candace Owen a bitch several times over. He calls all the Karens of the world, those white women complicit in the crime of white supremacy, bitches over and over again. Then he tells the audience to run tell that. Go tell him I said that, says Dave Chappelle. Them obviously refers to the nameless, faceless amalgam of social media judge, jury, and executioners of what can be spoken out loud or not. But we're not here to litigate the righteousness or villainy of cancel culture. And we don't have to. Dave Chappelle's uncancelable. Let's stay on topic. In 846, Dave Chappelle both frightens us and amazes us with the truth, the actual truth. He's able to bob and weave in and out of serious, thought-provoking narrative to gut-busting humor. Yet every line is a deep cut. In an especially powerful line, he says, "Black people are not starved of heroes. Any black man that can survive this nightmare is a goddamn hero." Dave Chappelle spoke on how several ugly, despicable moments in American history are serendipitously linked to his personal familial history, citing his birth date, his time of birth, his slave great-grandparents, and how they're linked to the number 846. And in this way, he is all of us. He is you, he is I, disgusted by the truth, but unable to escape the heinous crime of white supremacy. We are all intrinsically linked to it, no matter what we do. Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. If there was any debate about it, let that debate be laid to rest. He is at the same time the funniest comedian, something that we need in this time of anger and grief and confusion. But he never lets us forget the truth, the deep cuts of life, those thought-provoking nuggets that we need. He forces us to see the bigger picture. And we need that in our time of anger and grief and confusion. So there's my review of Dave Chappelle's 846. I believe it's a must-watch. It's quite, compact. It's only 30 minutes long, so should be easy for you to digest. Make sure you share it and come back and talk to us about what you've seen, what you've heard from Dave Chappelle. We are the Film Exiles. You can find us on Twitter at the Film Exiles. You can find us on Vero at the Film Exiles. I have been yours truly, Lupe. You can find me on Twitter at LiveLoveLupe and also on the Vero app at LiveLoveLupe. And until next time, stay exiled.